What Bob is saying, like, that's where you want to be moving forward. Like spending $100,000 on a coaching program when I didn't know how I was going to make the monthly payments didn't make any sense. It went against everything that I believed in. So it's just like, yo, you literally can't collect the dots looking forward. You can only connect the dots looking backward. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in the future. So when you look backwards, like I can clearly see now how I got here because it's in the past, but moving forward, I didn't know. I had to operate on faith.
The goal is fine, but the real issue is the path you take from where you are now to get to the goal. There are a lot of different pathways to get to that goal. And the path that you take is the learning experience so that you can do it again. You can reproduce it again and again, or you can fix it and try it another way. But it's the learning experience that's the most important.
This goes back to one of the things Bob said before, where he's just like, yo, when you set the goal, a goal is only a goal when you answer the question one, am I able? So what science says, you're unequivocally able. You just may not believe it yet. And then he says, am I willing? That's a choice and a decision, right? But he says, once you do that, then you have a goal. And once you have the goal, which means you decided that you're willing to do whatever it takes because it's a burning desire, at that point, you've matched the energy and the frequency of the thing that you really want. And at that point, all the ideas are going to come. The projection is going to come. The plan is going to be laid forth. You don't get the plan before you make the committed decision. You get it afterwards. You get it by each step. It becomes clearer with each step. And then once you hit the goal, guess what happens? You got to set a bigger goal, which seems scary again, right? I literally remember after I quit my job and then make some money, I said, I'm never making a decision like that again. After I made the 6 figures with Tony, I'm like, I'm never doing that again. And now literally today, I invested in another program, 50K. Like I remember I told that coach Marquel last year in March at his conference that by August, literally again, I'm gonna pay for your program. Last month, I'm like, I'm not going to his program in Atlanta because he's gonna make me pay and I don't wanna pay. So you know what God did? God put him where I was at Funnel Hacking Live. He saw me, he was like, yo, Ben, what you doing here? You supposed to be in Atlanta. I was like, yo, I was ducking you, bro. We had conversation and I just made the decision like, yo, I'm gonna pay him. I was just like, yo, I need you. I know you can figure it out. So I'm gonna just bite the bullet and pay you and we're gonna figure it out. So I told him we was gonna talk Tuesday, but I said I'm gonna do the 6-day event. So I was ducking him and he was responding to me. It was just like, yo, when you want to talk? I said next week. He was like, no, you want to talk now? I said, no, maybe tomorrow. And then I was just like, yo, fuck, let's talk now. So the more you do it, the more confident you become in the system and then you start to believe. Is this making sense? So Ed said it at the beginning of the call. He was scared of the $50,000 investment at the first time. He was just like, he did the 100K without a blink in the eye. And I'm sure, he may not remember this, but I remember he was a little nervous the first 2 weeks. But by week 3 and week 4, it was like, yo, I got this. And now you see him, he's just like, now I'm questioning if I could do the $1 million a month. Like the 300K and 100K cash collected is his new normal. But now we got to stretch the paradigm to $1 million. So we're literally going through the entire creative practice again, and it's going to take a new type of decision to be the guy that can make the $1 million. Is this making sense? Say yes if it does.